Alright, good evening guys, good evening. Sorry I was not able to meet with you this evening face to face on Zoom, but what I'll be showing you today is pretty simple. We're just trying to identify turning points in the market, and we have two indicators that we use to help us along with our support and resistance. Remember, your support and resistance is always important. Nothing else in trading is as important as your support and resistance area. I can't stress that anymore. So today we're going to look at Euro USD, and we're going to go on our 4-hour day time frame and draw some support and resistance area. That's the first thing we need to do. Let's use this zone, support and resistance. Let's have a zone up here as well. This could be one as well. Could be a zone. Alright, so just not to stress it anymore, say we identify those areas of support and resistance. We need to identify turning points in the market, and the two indicators that we'll use to help us are the stochastic and the RSI. To find the stochastic, you come here, FX, this is where you find all the indicators. You search stochastic, here it is right here, and then the settings come with 14, 7 and 3. We'll have to adjust these settings. The settings we want to use is 14, 3 and 3. Come on. So set D as 3 and leave it at 14, 3 and 3. So now it's a bit more smooth. We have the blue and the orange line following each other closely. And the next one we're going to add is the RSI. If you open MT4 or you just download MT4, I guarantee that the RSI will be on the charts. But this is our RSI. Sorry about that. PSI come up. Alright, so here is our RSI and it is set at 14. We do not adjust the setting for RSI, we leave it as default. So now what we want to do is identify turning points in the market. And you already know the turning points in the market. The market generally turns at support and resistance, or whenever it reaches a trend line, it turns around there. Alright, we know this. These indicators act as confirmation for us. So we would have 3 confirmation in our hands before we actually execute the trade. We'll have price on the support and the resistance line. We'll have the stochastic saying sell or buy. We'll have the RSI saying sell or buy. Alright. Once it is on the support and resistance line, once the stochastic or the RSI showing overbought or oversold areas, you have a higher probability of the market turning around at this point. Now, let's look at what I'm actually saying. Let's go down to our 1-hour time frame. Alright, so here we're on our 1-hour time frame, and we have our support and resistance drawn up. So you know that the stochastic is a momentum indicator. The RSI is also an oscillator. Is it going into overbought area? Is it going to oversold area? Alright, so that's the only areas I look for in the stochastic and in the RSI. You look for areas where it is overbought, you look for areas where it is oversold. The RSI will move a bit slower than the stochastic. Let's look here, for example. Price came up to an area of resistance, right? We're right on this area here. Stochastic is showing overbought. RSI is almost in the overbought area. So this area right here, price has broke above the range that it should stay in, and the stochastic is almost up to that area. So for us to wait on confirmation, the stochastic would also have to be showing overbought for us to say, okay, this is 100% true, the market will turn around here. The only thing we have here is a double confirmation. Price is at a resistance area and the stochastic is showing an overbought. Now, you don't want to get into the market as soon as it enters the overbought area. Normally, or sometimes the market will enter the overbought area and stays there for a while before it actually continue upwards or continue downwards. So what you want to do is wait for the blue line to cut the orange line and enter right in this section here between these two dotted lines before you actually jump in the trade. So you will actually catch this trade somewhere around here, around this point, as soon as the market start turning down. All right, and then you will ride this all the way down until it gets to a next area of support. And at this area, the stochastic is showing oversold, which is telling us that look, it's almost time for the market to turn around again. So we look at our stochastic, oversold. We look at our RSI, almost oversold. It's right on that dotted line. So this gives us triple confirmation again. Market is on the support, RSI is showing almost oversold, and the stochastic is way oversold. So what we do, we wait for the stochastic, the blue line, to cut the orange line going upwards, and then we would have gotten the market somewhere around here, and we ride this all the way up to the next turning point, which is this support area. And if you look again, the RSI is showing overbought this time. So this is almost 100% accurate that the market will turn around at this point. The RSI and the stochastic gave us confirmation. Both of them are showing oversold. The market is at a resistance area. All I have to do now is wait on the blue line to cut the orange line and turn downwards. So we would have entered the market somewhere around here and ride this all the way down to the next point, turning point. All right. Alright, these indicators are very powerful, but still they need to be used in conjunction with your support and resistance. I can't stress this anymore. Your support and resistance is very important. These are the areas that the market tends to react most. Those are the areas you want to get into the market. Those are areas of value where supply and demand meets. Alright? You don't want to get into market any and anywhere in no man's land. Be patient, wait until it gets to support and resistance. So let's look at this right here. Why I said the support and resistance is very important. Look at this point right here. Look at the stochastic. Look at the RSI. This would seem like a setup sent from God. We have stochastic showing way overbought, RSI right on the overbought area, and the market turned around a bit. But no, this is not correct. The market was not at an area of support or resistance. The market was in no man's land. So you enter this market here, you would have gotten a slight move to the downside, but as you look, turn around and probably hit a stop loss. Let's look here again. We have this area of turning point. We have stochastic showing overbought. We have the RSI showing overbought. This is a triple confirmation. But what? The market is not at an area of support or resistance. So this will not hold. You got a slight move to the downside for a few pips. But as soon as that happens, it turns around and then come back down. So as I said, you want to wait until the price get to the key areas, support and resistance. Those are the areas you want to get into the market so you have the best entry possible. You don't want to get in no man's land. Alright, that's very important. And now all of this combined together with what you have learned before, reading the news, analyzing your chart, drawing up on the 4-hour and the day time frame, then coming back down to the 1 hour or the 15 minutes to execute the trade. These two indicators, the stochastic set at 14, 3 and 3, the RSI set at default settings 14, you use those to refine your trades. So these will help you to get into better trades and get in at a more suitable position to you, low risk. Because for example, if you had entered this trade here, you'd have entered somewhere here. Your stop loss would have been right above the market structure. So that's roughly 60 pips, and your take profit would have been at the next turning point here, which is almost 200 pips, 195 pips to be exact. You will have low risk. But here, if you had entered the market here, and this, you set your take profit at the market structure down there, where would your stop loss be set? You don't really have a specific area because the market is in no man's land. It can go all the way up to here, which is a very wide stop loss, 127 pips, or you can keep it close and then it will turn around and hit your stop loss and you got stop out. But this is just confirmation indicators. Always remember to drop your support and resistance. Use these to help you to find the turning points. You already know the turning points. These will help you to refine the trades to find better entry and better timing. Alright? So enjoy the rest of your night. See you next week.